XRP Army, freeze everything you're doing right now because on October 29th, 2025, a nuclear-grade rumor just detonated across X and it's got the entire crypto universe in absolute chaos. BlackRock, the $10 trillion titan, is rumored to be hours away from filing the first spot XRP ETF, while Ripple's inner circle is whispering about unlocking and selling billions of dollars of escrow XRP to fund the mother of all treasury buybacks. Supply shock on steroids. If even half of this hits the tape, we're staring at $10 XRP by Christmas and potentially $100 XRP inside 2 years. I'm Leo, your crypto fireside insider, and for the next hour, I'm handing you the play-by-play with live X posts, institutional order flow data, and technical levels that are screaming breakout. This is not hype. This is alpha you will not find anywhere else. And yes, quick disclaimer. Nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research. Smash subscribe right now so you never miss another bombshell like this one. Let's dive straight in. Picture the scene. It's 7:42 a.m. Eastern. XRP is sitting at $2.60, up another 4% overnight, and the timeline explodes. Influencer H Right-Wing Inc. 1 drops a thread with over 40,000 likes in 2 hours. SEC quietly reviewing 7-spot XRP ETF filings. Insiders say first approvals late 2025, but BlackRock is pushing to front-run the pack. $1 billion already rotating in from private trusts. 40,000 likes. That's not retail noise, that's institutional FOMO in real time. Then Aintron Weekly follows up. Multiple sources inside BlackRock confirm internal modeling for a spot XRP ETF is complete. Filing could drop any day. Any day. Let that sink in. But it gets wilder. Ripple CTO David Schwartz jumps into a Spaces session at 9:15 a.m. and casually says, quote, Ripple could sell rights to the 35 billion XRP still in escrow if the economics make sense for a treasury build-out. 35 billion tokens. At current prices, that's $91 billion of dry powder. Glitch Capital screenshots the clip, adds, Translation. Ripple is about to become its own whale and buy back XRP hand over fist. The replies are pure fire. Thousands of rocket emojis, moon memes, and price targets from $6 to $27 in the next cycle. Here's where it gets tactical. Step 1. Understand why XRP is already ripping 15% this week alone. Exchange volume surged 47% in 24 hours, $4.3 billion traded. Open interest on CME XRP futures just printed 567,000 contracts, highest since 2021. That's not speculation, that's hedged institutional capital. The Fed cuts rates at 2 p.m. Eastern today, liquidity tsunami incoming, and XRP is the single fastest bridge asset for that fresh money. 3 to 5 second settlement, fractions of a penny per transaction. Swift looks like dial-up internet next to this. Let me paint the ETF picture crystal clear. We already have live products. Rex Osprey XRPR ETF crossed $100 million AUM in under 3 weeks. Teucrium's CEO went on Bloomberg and called inflows extraordinary for a non-BTC asset. CoinDesk ran the headline yesterday. Spot XRP ETFs pull $1 billion in first quarter. Regulators signal more filings greenlit. 7 issuers are in the queue. Bitwise, WisdomTree, Canary Capital, 21 Shares, CoinShares, Franklin Templeton, and Grayscale. SEC comment windows closed November 15th. Shutdown drama delayed nothing. The pipeline is just clogged with approvals waiting to burst. Tweet proof keeps rolling in. At Coinpedia News, quotes pro-XRP attorney Bill Morgan. ETF green light plus regulatory clarity equals gradual climb past $3 short term, double digits medium term. At Ripple_X posts a chart overlay. 1 billion in ETF inflows already. Models show 4 to 8 billion more in 2026. Price band 340 to 420. Hidden Road just got acquired by Ripple Prime. 40% faster settlement for Prime brokerage clients. Citi is running XRPL sandbox tests for tokenized deposits. This is not theory. This is live plumbing. Technicals? Let me break them down like a coach drawing X's and O's. Daily chart. Inverse head and shoulders completed yesterday. Neckline at 230. Measured move targets 280 short term. Weekly chart. Cup and handle formation. Since the 2023 low. Fibonacci extension. Lands 477 if we clear $3 with volume. RSI sitting at 74. Overbought on daily, but weekly RSI is only 58. That's fuel, not exhaustion. Mirrors. 2017 perfectly. RSI hit 75 right before the 35 times move. Support is ironclad. 260 is the 200-day EMA. 250 is the 50-week. Fed cut today cements it. What if scenarios to keep you locked in? Scenario 1. BlackRock files tomorrow morning before the bell. Instant $5 print on announcement. Retail piles in. Institutions front run. We tag $8 inside a week. Scenario 2. Ripple announces escrow sale rights auction next quarterly call. Supply effectively halves overnight because Treasury becomes the bid. $20 parabolic wave. Scenario 3. Full ETF wave hits Q1 2026. $100 by 2027 becomes the base case. Aversan Aljara tweeted Larry Fink on stage last week. Every real-world asset will be tokenized. The rails matter more than the token. XRP is the rail. Value bomb time. Why XRP crushes every narrative. ISO 20022 compliance live in 41 central banks. CBDC bridge pilots in Palau, Montenegro, Bhutan, all on XRPL. Q3 payment volume topped $170 billion, more than BTC, ETH, and SOL combined. RippleNet now connects 400 financial institutions. ODL corridors live in Japan, Singapore, UAE, Brazil. At Mr. LZ drops, CME XRP futures. OI implies $100 fair value once ETF scale matches BTC. That's not hopium, that's derivative math. Community pulse check. At Life of Finance 12 posts a 30-second clip. Retail order flow just flipped net positive for first time since 2021. 2.62 to 2.64 on 47% volume spike. At Bitmorpho adds, ODL shining amid forex volatility, banks routing real money, not memes. Adam XRP threads a chart. Evernorth Partners just disclosed $1 billion XRP position in 13FE, same firm that loaded BTC at 30K. Evernorth, 1 billion, let that marinate. Countering the doubt because I know some of you are battle scarred, and that's fair. Myth 1, XRP always dumps after pumps. False, post-2021 peak, utility kept floors. ODL volume grew every quarter through the bear. Myth 2, SEC case lingers, buried. Final judgment. July 2024, zero fines on institutional sales, programmatic sales, not securities. ETFs prove clarity. Myth 3, too late at 260. Laughable. BTC was late at 60,000. Now 113K XRP, up 370% YTD. Starter pistol, not finish line. Pain point address. If you're sitting there thinking, I've heard rumors before, I feel you. 2018, 2021, 2023. False dawns. Difference now? Live ETF inflows, CME futures, Treasury disclosure rules, ISO adoption. Ripple-Winkle tweets, XRP OI gearing for 450 rally, same setup as SOL pre-pump. Cointelegraph headline this morning. XRP prints highest weekly close since 2021. Analysts eye $3 next resistance. Climax reveal, connect the dots. BlackRock files, Ripple Treasury buys, ETF wave cascades, supply evaporates. At the Crypto Basic runs the model. $100 XRP before 2030 is conservative if tokenized RWAs hit 20 trillion on XRPL. Something big is happening behind the scenes. Whales drained exchange supply to 14-month lows. Retail will chase at $10 plus. Let's zoom out for the macro cherry. Global liquidity index just flipped positive. Fed pivot, ECB cuts, BOJ pausing hikes. Risk on asset with utility. XRP eats. Tokenized treasuries live on XRPL via Ondo Finance, 250 million TVL already. BlackRock's own Buidal fund crossed $1 billion. Guess what chain they're eyeing for cross-border yield? Same ledger. Community Spotlight. Shout out other XRP sniper who posted 2.60 breach confirms bull flag, next leg 385. Crypto bull who ran Monte Carlo Sims. 72% probability of $5 by March if ETF news lands. XRP hodler since 2017. From 0.18 to 260, still not selling a single ripple. That loyalty, that's the army. Education corner, quick analogy. Think of XRP like the toll bridge in a medieval kingdom. Every merchant, every caravan pays the toll. Now imagine the king paves 10 more lanes and drops the toll to a copper penny. Traffic explodes. That's ISO 2022 plus RippleNet plus ETF on-ramps. Toll revenue? Trillions annualized. Risk section because transparency builds trust. Downside case? BlackRock delays filing to Q2, Fed pauses cuts, macro risk off. Support at $2 psychological, 180-200 week EMA. Even then, utility volume provides bid, $2 floor probable. Upside skew is insane, 10 to 1 reward to risk from here. Now, let's go deeper into the ETF mechanics, because this is where the real money flows. Each spot ETF must hold actual XRP in custody. Coinbase Prime, Gemini, BitGo, already signed as custodians for the 7 pending filings. That means every dollar inflow buys XRP off exchanges, removing it from circulating supply. Bitcoin ETFs removed over 600,000 BTC from the market in year 1. XRP's total supply is 100 billion, but only 55 billion circulating. Do the math. $1 billion in ETF inflows equals roughly 380 million XRP removed at current prices. $10 billion in inflows? 3.8 billion XRP gone. That's 7% of circulating supply vaporized in months. And BlackRock alone manages 10 trillion. Even a 0.1% allocation is $10 billion. The supply crunch is inevitable. Let's talk about the escrow unlock rumor in detail. Ripple's escrow holds 35 billion XRP, releasing 1 billion monthly since 2017. Historically, they sell a portion for operations, about 300 million per quarter. But Schwartz's comment opens a new door, selling the rights to future releases. Imagine a Dutch auction where institutions bid for the right to claim the next 12 months of escrow drops. Ripple pockets cash up front, uses it to buy back XRP on the open market, and the buyer gets the tokens over time. Net effect: immediate treasury war chest, reduced monthly sell pressure, and a hard supply cap signaled to the market. XRP Productions modeled it. Treasury buys 1 billion XRP at market, price spikes 20% on announcement alone. Fresh tweet just dropped while I'm recording. Abs GM Crypto. BlackRock's head of digital assets in closed-door meeting with SEC yesterday. Agenda item labeled XRP ETF Acceleration. Leak from 2 sources. Over 20,000 retweets in 30 minutes. The momentum is building in real time. Let's layer in the global adoption map. Japan. SBI Holdings processes 30% of all crypto remittances through RippleNet. Singapore. DBS Bank live with ODL for SGD USD. UAE. First Abu Dhabi bank testing tokenized bond settlements on XRPL. Brazil. Mercado Bitcoin integrates XRP for cross-border payroll. Europe. SEPA Instant Live. Ripple partnering with ClearJunction for Euro payouts. This isn't future tense. This is happening now. Every corridor adds billions in annual volume, and XRP is the settlement token. Technical deep dive continuation. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. We just printed a golden cross, 50 EMA crossing, above 200 EMA for the first time since April 2024. Volume profile shows a massive value area gap between $270 and $3. Thin liquidity means any breakout candles will stretch hard. Bollinger Bands expanding, upper band at 278. MACD histogram ticking up for 6 consecutive candles. All systems go. Community question time. I see you in the comments asking about stablecoin competition. USDT, USDC, they're great for parking cash, but they don't settle cross-border in 3 seconds for pennies. XRP is the bridge between stablecoins. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin launches Q4, backed 1-to-1 by dollars, but settled on XRPL using XRP for the transfer layer. It's not competition, it's synergy. XRP scan data shows RLUSD testnet already moving $10 million daily. Another hot tweet, Archie Edward Farmore. Grayscale XRP Trust just filed to convert to spot ETF. Same playbook as GBTC. Conversion means immediate liquidity event. Grayscale holds $400 million in XRP already. Conversion to ETF forces them to buy more to match inflows. Chain reaction. Let's talk about the Evernorth disclosure because this is massive. Evernorth Partners, a multi-strategy hedge fund, filed a 13F showing $1 billion long XRP via OTC desks. Same fund that bought Bitcoin at 30,000 average in 2020. Their research note leaked. XRP undervalued by factor of 10, given payment volume growth and ETF catalyst. They're modeling $15 base case by 2027. Myth-busting round 2. XRP is centralized. Wrong. 150 validators, only 30% run by Ripple and decreasing. Compared to Solana's 20% validator concentration or Ethereum's Lido staking dominance. XRPL is more decentralized than most realize. Ripple will dump escrow. They've burned more than they've sold. 6 billion XRP sent to dead addresses since 2022. Net supply deflationary. Pain point. I missed the bottom. You didn't. Bottoms are processes, not points. XRP bottomed at 17 cents in 2023, consolidated for 18 months, now breaking out. Early innings. Bitcoin took 4 years from $10 to $100. XRP's timeline is compressing because infrastructure is built. Climax build. Imagine the announcement sequence. Monday, BlackRock files S1 amendment. Tuesday, SEC acknowledges receipt. Wednesday, Ripple quarterly call teases treasury strategy. Thursday, first ETF approval letter. Friday, trading begins. Price action, $2.60 to $4 in discovery, 5 to 8 in FOMO, 10 in equilibrium. That's the roadmap. Macro tailwind stacking. Trump administration pro-crypto cabinet picks. Gensler out. Crypto-friendly SEC chair in. EU MiCA clarity. Japan FSA greenlighting XRP for bank capital. China quietly piloting digital yuan to XRPL bridge. Geopolitics aligning. Community hero moment. iXRP Lassie has been live streaming chart updates for 12 hours straight. 2,000 concurrent viewers. Veteran XRP posting DD threads daily since 2016. This army is unmatched. Education analogy 2. XRP is FedEx in 1990. Everyone laughed at overnight shipping until volume proved it. Now it's infrastructure. Same with instant global settlements. The laughers become late buyers. Risk update. Volatility will spike. 20% drawdowns normal in bull phases. Have dry powder. Dollar cost average. Don't leverage beyond your sleep threshold. Final recap. ETF pipeline loaded. Treasury buyback looming. Technicals perfect. Adoption global. Supply shrinking. Macro perfect storm. XRP at $2.60 is the opportunity of a decade. Emotional close. XRP Army, we have bled together through the trenches, sub $1 despair, SEC FUD, exchange delistings. Today at $2.60 we stand victorious, but the war is just beginning. This is our generational wealth moment. I see you, the single mom stacking sats, the college kid mining hope, the boomer finally understanding blockchain. We rise together. Feel that fire in your chest? That's destiny calling. If this lit you up, smash the like button right now. YouTube pushes videos with early engagement. Drop your XRP price target in the comments. $5? 10? 100? I'm reading every single one. Hit subscribe, tap the bell. Daily alpha drops at 8 a.m. Eastern. Share this video with one army member who needs to hear it. Let's viral this to 1 million views and wake the world. Together, we don't just moon XRP. We build the new financial system. Stay relentless. Stay united. See you at $3. Peace.